orgies.
Alright. Hey, how's everybody doing? Alright, you guys are having chats over there like you're still in high school, right? Still in high school, passing notes, getting in trouble. Are you still in high school though? You look like you could be in 6th grade or something. You look young. Devin, you're looking really buff though. You're looking more buff since you came here.
Thank you.
See, did you throw a couple of bodies in the water or something?
Oh yeah, it's really good that
He threw the bodies, he got that, or he threw his girlfriend somewhere. Because you said you were dating that fat girl, right?
I called it CrossFit, but you know, whatever. Works.
But it's cheaper, right? It's cheaper to throw bodies, to throw people. That's cheaper than the CrossFit
I mean, you
membership.
gotta pay for the bags. You
Yeah.
gotta pay for the web, things like
Yeah,
that.
it's cheaper, the CrossFit, it's cheaper to just throw people
Yeah.
than join the CrossFit.
CrossFit's
And-
like $200 a month.
Yeah, that's a ripoff, right? We're all struggling comics. Who's got $200 a month?
You know, I could kill 10 people and throw them in water for that same.
For zero, right? We could kill 10 people, throw them in the water for zero. And you might be doing jail time and serving rent. If you kill the people, you could be doing jail time and saving on your rent. That's true, right? Anyway, so this is comedy night where we get up, we try to get fellow comics to laugh at our stuff. They're probably all going, ha, ha, my stuff is better, my stuff is better. I mean, there's a couple of people that will laugh that I guess are more...
That's another mic across the street. Somebody does that in their head.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it a specific person or?
Who's that?
No, it's an inside joke. Keep going.
My stuff is better. My stuff's better.
That's a good impression too.
My stuff's better.
Yeah, my stuff's better.
My
yeah.
stuff's better. That's what everybody's doing now.
Yeah, my stuff's better. Yeah.
Woo! Everybody's doing that in their heads right now. Everybody's, oh no, should I do this? Should I do that? There's probably going to be one person who gets up here. He's going to be like, yeah, I have this joke. I have that joke. Oh God, I'm really tanking. Probably going to be one person that does that. Fuck, I'm tanking. I'm really tanking this. So this summer was a pretty rough summer. My mom was in a bad car accident, and she broke her hip. But I know she's okay, actually. She gets out of the operating room, and less than an hour after the operating room, she's worried already. They give you like a drink. You don't eat anything prior to surgery, or obviously during the surgery. They give her like a drink, and she's already worried about like how many calories are in the drink and if it's got caffeine. She's like, oh, is that the decaf? You can't give that to me. That's not decaf, isn't it? And she's already worried about the calories, and there's sugar in that. She's already worried about the calories 1 hour after surgery, and she goes in there and like she's, they're like, well, how was the surgery? And she goes, well, it was okay, but the doctor was a little bit conceited. I thought he was full of himself. I'm like, he only saved your life and did like this challenging surgery, but yet you're worried about if he's full of himself or not. He also, I guess, should be like, talking it up with the janitors or something instead of like being, worried about your surgery. But he's full of himself, and she's already like trying to set me up with one of the doctors in the hospital. She's like, now I got you his number, and I've already set a date. You've already got to have it. Make sure it's his number in your phone. She's already worried about that. She's already like setting my sister up with like a new friend of one of the nurses. So I think she's actually gonna be okay. And the other thing she's worried about, like one day out of surgery, she's like, well, you know what? You can take over the Costco membership. you can take over the Costco membership. I'm like, really? Because God forbid no one has a Costco membership. And quite honestly, the only reason I would ever go to Costco is because of the free food. And I know everyone's broke here, right? Who's broke?
Yeah.
Everybody's broke here, right? Everybody, it's like a life. You guys are broke, right?
I was raising my hand, but then I realized I was the only one. I'm like, oh, well, I guess fuck.
I guess not,
I
right?
have no hands to raise.
I mean, you're wearing the free T-shirt from LA Fitness, so you're probably broke if you have to wear the free T-shirt.
This goes to $5 if you have a membership. So
That's a good deal.
Andy pretty much admitted he's white trash, so he's got to be broke.
Oh, no, I'm not broke.
oh, he's doing better than all of us.
Not at all.
He's doing it at all, but Evan's got to be broke if he
Not at
lives
all.
with the old lady.
No, it's all an act. I'm rich.
Really? Then why did I marry you?
I'm really
Carefully
a lawyer.
crafted
Then you
persona.
can come over to my house anytime then for the orgies.
And when I say you people, I mean you people.
So nobody's broke, so nobody needs to go to Costco or Trader Joe's or make a tour to get free food then. Yes?
All right, fine.
Fine, they do. Nobody's broke here. I'm the most broke around here, and I'm from the town that's full of money. I'm from Port Jeff.
Oh.
But yet I'm from the rich town, yet I'm the only one who thinks of like going to all the Costco's and the Whole Foods and just not eating and trying to get free food. But maybe that's why I'm from the rich town.
Nice.
What, Port Jeff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get to be poor in the rich town. Like, oh, I'll probably get some money falling on me from rent.
Yeah, you got money, you rip a few people off, you take your neighbor's stuff, you take your neighbor's clothes, you sell it on eBay, you take your neighbor's furniture when they put it out, you sell it all on eBay,
Just don't
you
let
make a
them-
little money.
Just don't let them catch you going through the trash. Yeah.
No, yeah, but they put their cool stuff. I mean, the people
What's it
out
down
there,
to see?
Yeah. Of
something's
course.
like
Yeah,
2
you're right.
weeks old, you know, they've had something for 2 weeks, they put it out in the trash, they wear an outfit once, they put it away, it's designer stuff, so I just rip off of that when I'm the poor president of Port Jeff.
Sell them a couple fake Gucci bags.
Exactly, I sell fake Gucci
I
bags,
feel like
$5,
boxing or some
$5.
shit.
Yeah, you go in the dark alleys of like the city, I go $5, $5. Yeah. That's me figured out. So anyway, I have an ex, like everybody probably has an ex. And his specialty is getting women to do stuff for him and getting women to pay for stuff. All right. And he basically, he didn't have a job till he was 40, but yet he's pretty awesome, right? But he still managed to live in the nicest places nicer than Port Jeff.
Is the most interesting man commercial about him? That sounds great.
Pretty much. And so he has like sugar mamas that pay his way and like pay for stuff, buy him suits, give him haircuts, pay for trips to the Hamptons, pay for trips to Europe. He's got his sugar mamas. He even had a woman buy him a car. He convinced a woman to actually rent a house in the Hamptons. And he's got his bitches who do stuff for him. Who will do all his emails, book his plane tickets, do his laundry, clean his house. He's got both going on. He's got a sugar mama and a bitch. If they both quit, he's in big trouble. And he's just a good looking guy. He doesn't even give them good sex or anything like that. In fact,
Well, how do you know he doesn't give them good sex?
because I was with him and he's not good at sex and I was friends with the people too. And I'm friends with the people too and the other women who he's with and they even agree that it's not good sex. So they concur, so it's not just me.
This is like part of the book club.
Yeah, we're part of a whole book group.
Yeah.
We're all friends.
What defines good sex?
Well, it's just all on him. So for us, it's not good. He's just like, well, show me that ass of yours. Can I spank it right now? And he basically has women doing poses and asking women to do all the work. So that's
I
him.
bet he comes
Well, maybe he's
every
with a
time.
bunch of women, so he's tired by it.
That's true. Well, he might need a couple of sugar mamas because he might need to be funded and all.
Wait, he's British?
He's South African.
Oh, he's South African. Oh.
Yeah, white
Ah,
South
see,
African.
That's for British.
Is he white South African?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh man, so he's just living the whole dream, right?
So
there.
he's living the whole dream. He lives it up, and he really wants to find some way to get rich on his own. I'm like, why don't you teach other men to do this?
Write a book.
Like, write a book, have a class, how to be a gigolo, how to get women to do stuff. You can start a class and charge for it. I'm like, why don't you do that? Yeah, if he has both of them quit at the same time, he's kind of fucked. And it has happened, but that's him. Like, he doesn't even know anything. He's pretty much lost without these women. Like, he can't even really use, like, a debit card. He, for a while, didn't even have a debit card, and he had women, like, giving him money, and he gave them a check. He couldn't even figure that out. And he's like, and what are melons? What are melons? What's bread? When he's, like, at the supermarket, he's really that clueless. But he's, you know, a pretty good looking guy, and I guess he makes like a good accessory, and that's why we all are into him, because we get to be seen with him, and that raises our self-esteem just a little
That's
bit.
feminist. Look at you objectifying men.
That's
Good for
it,
you.
see?
Good for you.
That's some sad weird shit.
Are you looking to like trade up or something like that?
Yeah.
Like, is there, like an initiation thing? I'll switch him out. Bring me in. Call me into the game. I don't care.
See, right? I'll
Sounds
do
awesome.
See, I just so
I'll get on the bench.
right?
Yeah.
But he's in Florida now, so he moved down to Florida, and he's doing pretty well. He's just, you know, like every, you know, guy who can't succeed on his own, he's living off his mother now because both his sugar mama and his bitch quit. So now he has no one, so he has to just be like a regular guy and live off his mother.
Maybe he's giving his mom a little.
And he's
side.
I was gonna say, and he's probably giving his mom a little something, showing her.
He's probably terrible at fucking his mother too.
He probably is. No, but she doesn't. She's worse than him, though. She's worse than him. She absolutely knows like nothing, and she's like, and I'm afraid of the computer, and she can't even use computers. She's probably afraid of like her car keys and stuff. She's like, oh no, how do I get the car keys in? Because they were like really wealthy growing up, and then they lost all their money. So that's gonna be my bit.
It's all about
And
it.
thanks so much,
It's all
guys.
about it.
After everybody.